اللهم صل على محمد.
Sahi Bukhari Hadith 19. Narrated Abu Said al-Khudri. Allah's Messenger said, "A time will soon come when the best property of a Muslim will be sheep which he will take on the top of mountains and the places of rainfall, valleys, so as to flee with his religion from afflictions." Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 20. Narrated Aisha. Whenever Allah's Messenger ordered the Muslims to do something, he used to order them deeds which were easy for them to do, according to their strength and endurance. They said, "O Allah's Messenger, we are not like you. Allah has forgiven your past and future sins." So Allah's Apostle became angry and it was apparent on his face. He said, "I am the most Allah-fearing, and know Allah better than all of you do." Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 21. Narrated Anas. The Prophet said, "Whoever possesses the following three qualities will taste the sweetness of faith. 1. The one to whom Allah and His Apostle become dearer than anything else. 2. Who loves a person and he loves him only for Allah's sake. 3. Who hates to revert to disbelief, atheism, after Allah has saved him out from it, as he hates to be thrown in fire." Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 22. Narrated Abu Said al-Khudri. The Prophet said, "When the people of paradise will enter paradise and the people of hell will go to hell, Allah will order those who have had faith equal to the weight of a grain of mustard seed to be taken out from hell. So they will be taken out, but, by then, they will be blackened, charred. Then they will be put in the river of rain, or hayat, life." The narrator is in doubt as to which is the right term, and they will revive like a grain that grows near the bank of a flood channel. Don't you see that it comes out yellow and twisted? Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 23. Narrated Abu Said al-Khudri. Allah's Messenger said, "While I was sleeping I saw, in a dream, some people wearing shirts of which some were reaching up to the breasts only while others were even shorter than that. Umar bin al-Khattab was shown wearing a shirt that he was dragging. The people asked, 'How did you interpret it? What is its interpretation, O Allah's Messenger?' He, the Prophet, replied, 'It is the religion.' Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 24. Narrated Abdullah bin Umar. Once Allah's Messenger passed by an Ansari man who was admonishing his brother regarding haya. On that Allah's Messenger said, "Leave him, as haya is a part of faith." Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 25. Narrated Ibn Umar. Allah's Messenger said, "I have been ordered, by Allah, to fight against the people until they testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah and that Muhammad is Allah's Messenger, and offer the prayers perfectly and give the obligatory charity. So if they perform that, then they save their lives and property from me except for Islamic laws, and then their reckoning, accounts, will be done by Allah." Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 26. Narrated Abu Huraira. Allah's Messenger was asked, "What is the best deed?" He replied, "To believe in Allah and His Apostle, Muhammad." The questioner then asked, "What is the next, in goodness?" He replied, "To participate in jihad, religious fighting, in Allah's cause." The questioner again asked, "What is the next, in goodness?" He replied, "To perform Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca, Mubrur, which is accepted by Allah and is performed with the intention of seeking Allah's pleasure only and not to show off and without committing a sin and in accordance with the traditions of the Prophet." Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith 27. Narrated Sa'di. Allah's Messenger distributed zakat amongst a group of people while I was sitting there, but Allah's Messenger left a man whom I thought the best of the lot. I asked, "O Allah's Messenger, why have you left that person?" By Allah, I regard him as a faithful believer. The Prophet commented, Mu'min or merely a Muslim? I remained quiet for a while, but could not help repeating my question because of what I knew about him. And then asked Allah's Messenger, Why have you left so and so? By Allah, he is a faithful believer. The Prophet again said, Mu'min or merely a Muslim? And I could not help repeating my question because of what I knew about him. Then the Prophet said, O Sadi, I give to a person while another is dearer to me, for fear that he should turn away from Islam because of his weakness, he might be thrown on his face in the fire by Allah. Sahi Bukhari Hadith 28. Narrated Abdullah bin Amr. A person asked Allah's Messenger, What sort of deeds in or what qualities of Islam are good? He replied, To feed the poor, and greet those whom you know and those whom you don't know. Sahi Bukhari Hadith 29. Narrated Ibn Abbas. The Prophet said, I was shown the hellfire and that the majority of its dwellers were women who were ungrateful. It was asked, Do they disbelieve in Allah? Or are they ungrateful to Allah? He replied, They are ungrateful to their husbands and are ungrateful for the favors and the good, charitable deeds done to them. If you have always been good, benevolent, to one of them and then she sees something in you, not of her liking, she will say, I have never received any good from you. Sahi Bukhari Hadith 30. Narrated Al-Marur. At Arabadha I met Abu Dhar who was wearing a cloak, and his slave, too, was wearing a similar one. I asked about the reason for it. He replied, I abused a person by calling his mother with bad names. The Prophet said to me, O Abu Dhar, did you abuse him by calling his mother with bad names? You still have some characteristics of ignorance. Your slaves are your brothers and Allah has put them under your command. So whoever has a brother under his command should feed him of what he eats and dress him of what he wears. Do not ask them, slaves, to do things beyond their capacity, power, and if you do so, then help them.